Why, hello everybody. Welcome to week 6 here in correctional systems. Before we get started talking about what we've got going on this week, let's talk about the exams. Well, the early results are in, and so far everybody's done really well. I will say I'm filming this a little earlier than normal because I'm going to be flying out on Thursday, and I'll get this posted on Friday, but I may not have as much time to shoot the videos. I'll be won't be as readily available. I'll be at a crabbing event in Maryland. So with that said, I think about half the class or a third of the class has taken the exam already, and those scores have been very good. So let's hope the results continue. Continue with that method. I'll be checking on that by Friday when I send this email out. I'm just shooting the video earlier. I'm not sure how great my internet connection is going to be for uploading videos where I'm at. It's kind of intermittent, so but I can get into Blackboard and using my phone and make sure the video gets out. Okay, with that said, let me get out of the way and we'll talk about the two things we've got going on this week. First, you need to complete the follow-up post to discussion number 4. And again, make sure you follow the guidelines for the discussions. And go back, if you don't have 100% on all your discussions, read the rubrics to see where you're failing. And then the next thing we've got is you're submitting your research paper. Please have someone else read it before you submit it. And what you're going to want to do is not just say, hey, read my paper, tell me if it looks good. Your friends are going to tell you it looks good. They're going to pump you up, say, hey, great job. Challenge them to find mistakes. Tell them, look, I know there's some grammatical errors in here, and I know sometimes I say things in there that may not make sense to you. Would you let me know so I can fix that? If you challenge them, tell them that there are mistakes, please find them, then there's a much better chance that they will actually do a critique on your paper. That's what we're looking for, is someone to find those little mistakes, those little errors. Not someone to rewrite your paper for you, but to point out that, hey, this sentence doesn't make sense. You read it, you know what you're trying to say, it makes sense to you, but then maybe you can reword it, things like that. So, please do that. And while you're at it, you can be working on your video and presentation. You'll have to do your PowerPoint first. Cover all the bullet points on your PowerPoint. You're going to have to do a 5-minute video presentation, at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to film it and then upload it into Blackboard. We're using a thing called SharePoint. Come week 8, week 9, we'll be doing a discussion where you're going to watch other students' videos and ask questions. And then the following week after that, you're going to have to answer any questions that are asked of you. So we're kind of looking at getting people to ask. We'll talk about that in future future weekly updates. For your presentation, please film it with at least 3 people in your audience. I think we're at the point where enough people together, we don't have to worry about doing it with stuffed animals and dogs and birds as the audience. Try to have some people that will actually be able to ask you questions and encourage them to ask you questions. Remember, it's got to be at least 5 minutes. So if you look at the mark and it says 4:50, you got to get somebody to ask you questions so you get over that 5-minute point, or you got to start over and do it again. Do not submit a 4-minute and 50-second video. It's very easy for me to see how long it is, and I'm not going to accept it unless it's at least 5 minutes. Now, if the time limit is at 10 minutes, if you go a little bit over the 10-minute, I'm not going to throw that out. That's kind of okay, particularly if you got people asking questions. And definitely encourage them to ask questions. Again, I'll talk more about it and I'll show you where to submit it on next week's weekly update. Get them done. I'm looking forward to seeing it. That's all I've got for you this week. I will talk to you again next week.